The disappearance of Flight 19, the Bermuda Triangle mystery. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers, collectively known as Flight 19, took off from the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. The Squadron of Avengers, a type of torpedo bomber, was tasked with a relatively straightforward exercise to fly out over the Atlantic, complete a bombing run, and then return to base. However, what was intended to be a simple exercise became one of the most enduring mysteries in aviation history, all due to the disappearance of Flight 19 over the Bermuda Triangle. This event not only captured the attention of the American public, but also fueled countless theories about the enigmatic and supernatural forces believed to lurk in the Bermuda Triangle, a region infamous for strange disappearances and unexplained phenomena. The story of Flight 19 begins with a seemingly ordinary day. Flight leader Lieutenant Charles Taylor, an experienced pilot, was assigned to lead the 5 bombers on their mission. Taylor was known for his expertise, having flown combat missions during World War II. His squadron consisted of 4 other pilots, each with varying levels of experience, but all capable aviators. They set out from Fort Lauderdale at approximately 2:10 p.m. on December 5. The weather conditions were relatively clear, and the flight should have been a routine training mission, the sort of exercise that military aviators conducted regularly. For the first part of the flight, all seemed to be going as planned. However, as the flight ventured further out over the ocean, things began to take an unexpected turn. At some point during the mission, Taylor, who was responsible for navigating the group, began to report strange navigational problems. According to radio transmissions, he was convinced that the squadron had become disoriented. He mentioned that he could not locate the Florida coast, and that he believed the flight was heading in the wrong direction. Taylor's confusion was unusual because he was an experienced pilot who had navigated similar routes many times before. Something was clearly amiss. As Taylor's concerns grew, he radioed back to base for assistance. He mentioned that he thought the squadron had flown too far east and was now lost, unsure of their exact location. In response, air traffic controllers at Fort Lauderdale attempted to guide the squadron back to safety, giving Taylor instructions to turn west. However, something was preventing the pilots from executing the correct turns. Taylor's transmissions became increasingly erratic, with him reporting that he was unsure of his location, and sometimes even describing the sky as unfamiliar. One of the most puzzling aspects of Taylor's communications was that he mentioned that he and his crew could see land, but it didn't seem to match any of the known landmarks. This further heightened the confusion, as it suggested the pilots had somehow strayed off course without realizing it. However, the controllers were certain that they were flying over open water, not near land. Despite repeated efforts to guide them back to safety, Taylor's radio transmissions became more frantic, and it became clear that the squadron was no longer able to navigate accurately. As the hours passed, Flight 19's situation worsened. Taylor's radio transmissions grew less frequent, and the pilots of the other planes in the squadron began to report similar confusion. One of the planes ran low on fuel and had to make an emergency landing, but this plan quickly deteriorated. In the final moments before contact was lost, Taylor reported that the squadron had entered a fog or mist, which seemed to disorient the pilots even further. Flight 19's planes were never heard from again. What happened after that is as baffling as the events leading up to it. After Flight 19's last transmission, the U.S. Navy launched a search and rescue mission to locate the missing planes. The search was extensive, covering a vast area of the Atlantic Ocean, but there was no trace of the squadron. No wreckage, no bodies, nothing. The Navy's efforts to locate the planes were unsuccessful, and eventually, the mission was called off. To this day, the fate of Flight 19 remains a mystery, and the disappearance of the squadron has contributed significantly to the mystique of the Bermuda Triangle. The incident sparked widespread speculation and interest in the Bermuda Triangle, a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean that is bounded by points in Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The area has long been associated with mysterious disappearances of ships, planes, and people, and the disappearance of Flight 19 only added fuel to the fire. Over the years, the Bermuda Triangle has been the subject of numerous theories, ranging from natural explanations like magnetic anomalies and sudden weather changes, to more speculative and fantastical ideas, including alien abductions and underwater city legends. One of the primary explanations for the disappearance of Flight 19 involves the issue of navigational errors. The region in which the flight went missing is notorious for its complex weather patterns, and many pilots who have flown through the Bermuda Triangle report unusual magnetic phenomena. Some theorists suggest that magnetic anomalies in the region could interfere with compasses and other navigational instruments, causing pilots to become disoriented. This may have been the case with Taylor and his squadron, as they seemed to be unable to maintain a correct heading or orientation. Some experts believe that the pilots of Flight 19 simply became lost due to a combination of navigational errors and the challenging environmental conditions they encountered. Another possible explanation involves the sudden appearance of adverse weather conditions. The Bermuda Triangle is known for its rapid and unpredictable weather changes, including violent storms and heavy fog. It's possible that the pilots of Flight 19 encountered an unexpected weather phenomenon, which could have caused them to become disoriented and lose their bearings. It's not uncommon for pilots flying in the region to experience sudden turbulence or limited visibility due to the unpredictable nature of the weather. However, there are also more outlandish theories that suggest something beyond natural phenomena at play. Some people believe that the Bermuda Triangle is home to mysterious forces, such as the remnants of a lost civilization or even extraterrestrial activity. According to these theories, the disappearance of Flight 19 could have been caused by a phenomenon outside the realm of human understanding. Some suggest that the region is a hotspot for strange occurrences, and that there is something about the area itself that causes planes and ships to vanish without a trace. Over the years, many books, documentaries, and articles have been written about the Bermuda Triangle, each presenting its own theory on what could have happened to Flight 19 and other vessels and aircraft that have mysteriously disappeared in the region. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of the Flight 19 incident is the fact that no wreckage or bodies were ever recovered. This has only added to the sense of mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, as other disappearances in the region have also involved the inexplicable loss of planes and ships without any trace. Even today, many people continue to wonder if there is something inherently dangerous or inexplicable about this part of the world. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains one of the most compelling and puzzling events in the history of aviation, and it is often cited as a key example of the Bermuda Triangle's mystique. To further complicate the mystery, several years later, a second strange event occurred that seemed connected to Flight 19. On the same day that the squadron vanished, a rescue plane, a PBM Mariner, was sent out to search for them. The Mariner, piloted by a different crew, also disappeared without a trace while flying over the same area. The search for the Mariner was equally fruitless, and it added to the growing sense of unease about the Bermuda Triangle. The Mariner's disappearance remains another of the region's most haunting mysteries. In the years since the disappearance of Flight 19, there have been countless theories, investigations, and attempts to unravel the truth behind the event. While some explanations focus on mundane factors such as human error and technical malfunctions, others continue to believe that something more mysterious is at work. Whether it is due to the region's unique weather patterns, magnetic anomalies, or something more supernatural, the mystery of Flight 19 remains one of the Bermuda Triangle's most enduring and enigmatic stories. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains a symbol of the unexplained mysteries that continue to surround the Bermuda Triangle. Despite numerous investigations, theories, and explanations, no one has been able to fully explain what happened to the squadron that fateful day in 1945. The strange events that transpired that day continue to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, fueling theories about the Bermuda Triangle and its place in the world of aviation mysteries. Whether one believes in scientific explanations or supernatural phenomena, The story of Flight 19 is a haunting reminder that not all of the world's mysteries have been solved. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for more fascinating tales and explorations of the world's greatest enigmas.